Welcome to Court Helicopter News, our weekend explainer that comes every weekend to teach you, to bring you to speed on what the position of the law is, not what people talk when they are taking busa and they lie to each other that is the law. Our focus this time, the whole of last week, there was a criminal matter proceeding against a client of mine called David Oga, that he falsely published an image of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya on his Twitter account that the President had died. What is this offense called? False publication. These are offenses of publicating information. Second episode, we shall be dealing with the offenses where your phone, your computer, your handset is being used to publicize something. And the first one we shall be dealing with is section 22, which talks about the false publication. Article section 22. This is where you publish using your handset or your computer something that is misleading. You know very well it is misleading. You know very well it is fictitious. It does not exist. You know very well it is wrong what you are publishing. You are misleading. You are misinforming. For example, you say this thing has happened when nothing like that has happened. All these are what you call false publication. The false publication is not the same as Article 37 that allows the Constitution provides for the right to communicate. But your false publication must be looked at under the following conditions. One, is the false publication targeting to cause or propagate war? If your false publication is targeting to cause war, then that qualifies to be a false publication and the penalty will be provided. Number two, are you trying to incite people to violence? For example, you have said 10 Kikuyus have been killed by Maasais. Are you trying to incite violence? For example, have you given information that a child has been killed or defiled in this area this way, and your intention is to cause people to violence? Third, is your publication one for the purpose of hate speech? Are you profiling tribes? Are you making people hate a community? Are you making hate speech? Fourth, are you trying to incite ethnicity? For example, bringing in a Kamba against a Kikuyu, a Kisi against a Luo, a Kuria against a Kalenjin, a Mijikenda against a Nkamba. If it is for that purpose, then that will be an offense under section 22, which is called false publication. Lastly, are you trying to publish what is discriminative? For example, you are dealing with profiling people with a disability. You are dealing with women in a manner that you are ethnically, you are gender-based discrimination based on gender. Are you trying to bring discrimination based on religion? Are you trying to bring discrimination based on race? If the answer is true, then the police will arrest you and charge you with the offense of false publication. And if convicted, you'll be jailed for 2 years or given a fine of 5 million shillings. The second offense on publication is an offense found in section 23 of the Cybercrime and Misuse Act. Here is publication of false information. You are publishing information for the purpose of destroying somebody's reputation. You start talking about my friend Tony, that Tony is a drunkard because you differed with him. You start saying this person is a village Casanova. He walks around with people's wife. You get a pastor you don't like, you say this one sleeps with the people's wives. You get somebody who is a career banker. You say, look at all the properties he has. He has stolen from these people. Your intention is to injure the reputation of that person. Your girlfriend, you used to call that girlfriend very beautiful baby. Once she abandons you and says it is over, you start saying how useless she is, how she has slept with everybody in this town, how loose she is. You are injuring that reputation. If you are found to be guilty of that publication, then you will go in for 10 years and you'll pay a fine of 5 million or both. So that is about publication. Third, let us see in section 24, how do we deal with the question of children in publication? How do you handle what is called section 24, child pornography offenses? Do you know that under the United Nations Convention for the Rights of the Child, do you know the African Charter on the welfare of the child? Do you know Article 53 of the Kenyan Constitution protects children in a manner that you cannot imagine? Do you know the Children's Act provides for very tough penalties on how to deal with children? Now, the Cybercrime Act has moved further to deal with child pornography. This is publishing the nakedness of a child. This is creating fictitious stories about the sexual organs of a child. This is producing pornography for the purpose of selling. The pornography involves children below 18 years. That is an offense called pornography. Do you know downloading? Strange. Skiza vizuri. Downloading a site where there is a child pornography video. If you download and the DCI is able to see that you have downloaded to your phone, not to show anybody, not to show your child, but you have downloaded those sites that have pornographic materials for children, that is an offense. Do you know if you distribute any photo of a child who is naked, pornography, you send to your friend, have you seen this clip? Have you seen this clip? That forms child pornography publication. Do you know if you sell, it's not you has manufactured these videos. It's not you has not manufactured these photographs of children. Do you know it goes further to say, if that material is found in your phone, if it is found in your handset, this handset of yours, if you have it, and this handset of yours, there is a photo of a child, pornography, in your phone, you have never shown it to anybody. It is found here. The DCI captures it here. It is an offense called called child pornography? The answer to this is terrible. You'll go in for 20 years and a fine of 20 million shillings. Be careful. You don't need to show anybody. You don't need to say. You only need to be known that you have entered and downloaded those sites. This is a very serious offense that is aimed at protecting the children. Remember, it is in the best interest of the children that these things are there. You have videos, shows where pornography, people go to watch pornography. You have your video shops where people come and watch pornographic sites. You yourself, you are used with sex tourism, child sex tourism. You get children, you bring them for old men to have sex with them. This is not only for girls, it is also for boys who are kids. It is also applies to that. Child pornography does not only mean a sexual intercourse between the opposite sex. Also, lesbianism. Also, sodomy. Also, indecent touch. Remember, we discussed about this in the Sexual Offences Act. Any sexual conduct on a child has no way. And once it is pornography, on your email, you're sending them, on your phone, you're sending them, on your WhatsApp, you're sending them, on your Twitter account, you're sending them, then you risk a fine of 20 million Kenya shillings or 20 years in imprisonment. Lastly, we will be dealing with this is the question of computer forgery. In our next episode, we shall be dealing with the question of forgery. Can a computer be used during transactions of business in nature? Can your phone be a reason why you are going to jail? Remember, human beings have a lot of transactions. The transactions, we'll deal with them in the next episode. How can a transaction on your laptop, a transaction on your phone, a transaction on your laptop constitute an offense, and what will be the penalty for that? Keep following our episodes. This is episode 2. We shall continue on episode 3 on looking at offenses transactional when handling a computer or a phone. Thank you very much, Wakili Danstan Omari, every weekend explainer about court helicopter news. Keep watching, keep liking, keep following us so that you know the law without paying a penny. Thank you.